Life lessons with Juvy. What the fuck is going on, folks? God damn it. Anyway, I'm your host, JuvyThaKid. Hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat at JuvyThaKid. Now, let me tell you how much of a genius I am. My phone. The camera didn't want to open properly. Every time I clicked it, it would just like close again. Tried to restart my phone and all that, and it wasn't working. So I definitely gotta get a new phone. Either way, so that didn't work. So I was like, oh, that's fine, whatever. I can just use the other camera. Well, guess who was up last night shooting footage and pictures and stuff? Forgot to charge the camera battery. So we got ourselves an audio version of the life lessons. Life lessons had to be done. You know what I'm saying? Either way, I'll put some, cool filters and overlays and stuff on the screen, so at least it's not just a regular old picture there. Let's get to the topics. God damn it. Naughty_beats, the motherfucking homie. But you've seen me bust out moves to his beats. You're gonna hear me rapping over his beats. I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm just saying, me and Naughty Beats, we got some shit cooking up. All right, we have a few different brainstorms that are a brewing. You know what I mean? Soon we're just gonna have too many ideas, and the shit's gonna bust. That's how many ideas we have going on. Anyway, Naughty Beats, not letting fear keep you from doing things aside from the obviously stupid things to do. Understandable. Okay, so we all have these things, like we won't do something out of fear. My thing is, honestly, meeting new people. A lot of the time I freak out, and I build shit up in my head. Like, I don't know, I'm my own worst enemy. Okay, so like, if I'm texting back and forth with somebody, and we're all good, then it's fine. Like, there's no reason to like freak out or be anxious or anything like that. But then when it comes time to meet the person, I'm like, oh, like, what if they don't like this? What if they don't like that? Like, especially if like you like that person, like they're a cool person and everything. I build shit up in my head. I'm like, like what if they, what if they think my tattoos are shitty, or what if they like think I look like a criminal, or whatever, like just stupid thoughts. You know what I'm saying? But in doing that, like, you fuck yourself over, because then you don't have like these awesome experiences with certain people in your life, and you don't have the opportunity to try new creative adventures. I know for me, it was one of those things like, I've had a lot of friends that have done music and stuff like that, and sometimes like, fuck man, we would just get together, like we would talk about our day a little bit. But then we're throwing beats on and we're just writing. You know what I mean? Like, we barely would talk to each other for a little bit, and we're just writing or working on music or making a beat or fuck, I don't know. Whatever it is, Coffee break. Oh, gotta put it down. Okay. Fear is one of those things that if you listen to it and you let it control you and all that, you're gonna be so pissed off and so frustrated when all this shit is done, and you're looking back going, why the fuck didn't I just go for coffee with that person? You know what I mean? Or like, why the fuck didn't me and that person just hang out? We get along. We both fucking like video games, whatever it is. What the fuck? Why is it being such a little bitch about that shit? You know what I mean? And hey, 9 times out of 10, when we build shit up in our head and we have these weird, like imaginary confrontations in our head, or conversations where we try to like almost like plan, or like we just go off into these rabbit holes where we think we know how a situation and a conversation is going to go. But then we have no idea. We build it up in our head, and then 9 times out of 10, we get there. Or if we do try something new, it's something that we fucking enjoy, we have a lot of fun with, or it's something that just like you end up, it's something positive brought into your life. It's not like the shit that you thought it was going to be in your head and everything. You know what I mean? yeah, I don't know, if you let fear hold you back, you're going to be upset with yourself at the end of this, because you're going to realize you've missed out on a lot of fucking opportunities, a lot of experiences. I think it's one of the, okay, life is too fucking short. If you and another person got chemistry, whether it's romantically, French, like platonically, creatively, whatever it is, you gotta take advantage of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the next thing you know, like 6 months down the road, that person's working on some other shit, or not, even if that person's not working on some other shit, you just lose contact with that person and you're like, oh fuck, why didn't I fucking do anything? You know what I mean? Like, wonder what they're up to. Like, it's just, you end up dwelling on that situation regardless. So if you're going to dwell on the situation, at least fucking dwell on an experience that, you dove into and you had fun with and you learned something new. You know what I mean? I don't know. Fear's just going to fucking hold you back and leave you with nothing but like regrets about not doing shit. So, little Jenny ran. Are we too apologetic? Are we too apologetic? Should we learn to just say no or do what we need to do without having to justify ourselves to others and apologize? Yes, we are too fucking apologetic. Oh my god. Okay. I'm so glad this got brought up. I'm so glad. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you. Well, thank you all of you for your topics, but I just mean this one specifically. It's one of these things. Okay, so for a while, like, I was like, there's just certain little things that, like, I don't know, we start paying attention to for, or even if it's just like a little bit or whatever, and it starts like molding how we talk and how we act. And sometimes, like, it's just, you realize this is fucking silly. Like, this is dumb. I'm just, okay. Okay, so I realized with me, out of nowhere, I was just like, I have to start saying guys and girls. I have to, like, include both. And, like, I felt like I had to apologize for not saying, you guys and girls out there, or you guys and whatever it is. When really, like, at the end of the day, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Like, what changed my mind about it was literally, like, some of the female viewers were hitting me up and going, hey, it's kind of weird. And, like, even I said, like, call girls guys, or we'll say, like, dude, like, chill, like, to a girl. So, I don't know. It seems weird. You know what I mean? And, like, I was even sitting there like, this is fucking weird. Like, if this is what you're mad about, then what the fuck? And why the fuck am I worried about that? I don't address you how you want to be addressed, so you're upset? I don't fucking know you like that. We do a lot of shit that I don't know. I think it's one of those things, like, eventually, okay, especially in society, like, things went through this stage where, like, you couldn't say this or do this because that was going to be sexist, or this was racist, or this was that, and it wasn't productive for society. It wasn't productive for anybody personally, because all you're doing is limiting what we're allowed to say and what we're allowed to do, and that causes, like, other frustrations within us. Instead of being able to say, like, what's on our mind or whatever, and not have to worry about someone going, oh, that's so wrong. I need a safe space. I need an adult. Like, it's like, you know what? Fuck off. You need to go into you're an adult. You need to go to a room with fucking puppies and flowers and all that bullshit because somebody fucking said something that you don't agree with, or they said something that you have twisted personally into, like, a negative thing. Fuck you. Fuck you. That was a powered up fuck you. It's like, I don't know, honestly, like, I just don't understand why We're not like, we have to speak a certain way now. We can only say certain things. You can only do certain things. Like, oh, you're into hunting? Well, you're obviously like, you got some shit wrong with you personally and blah, blah, blah. It's like, fuck you. Maybe somebody just likes hunting, and that instead of going to the grocery store and buying ground beef that comes in a styrofoam container, they want to get meat that's going to be like, they know where it comes from. You know what I mean? Like that. Why the fuck does somebody need to apologize about that? You know what? I don't think people have become more apologetic. I think the ones who are always demanding apologies have just become louder. You know what I mean? It's like, oh no, you can't say that. We need a protest. I need to hold a fucking sign. You need to shut the fuck up. Chill. Just relax. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Listen, if you're dropping racial slurs and you're saying, you know, it's cute that women think they're people, and like, if you're saying shit like that, probably gonna ruffle some feathers. You're gonna run into problems. You shouldn't be saying shit like that anyway. But I'm just saying, if you're saying shit like that, then yeah, somebody's gonna say something, and you should be ready to apologize. But if it's just some regular ass shit, and people are trying to make you feel bad about it, and you're like, well, I didn't know, like, I said anything wrong. Oh, well, from a college campus out in the States that is like mostly, you know, rich white kids, and they're privileged and everything, they put out a study. It's like, fuck you. Live your own fucking life. If somebody says something, you don't have to speak up. You don't have to be the person in shining armor to be like, oh, fuck you. In fucking 1587, people would use that word to discriminate. Shut the fuck up. Shh. Quiet. You don't need to do that. You don't need to beg for apologies from everybody for things. And people don't need to give apologies for things. Because honestly, even doing that is so shitty for your mindset. Honestly, it is. Because all you're doing is catering to other people. You're not doing what's right to you, what's true to you as a person. And that's going to start fucking with you, folks. That shit's going to, like, snowball inside you. And at first, everything will be fine. But then, like, you know, a couple weeks later, it's going to start fucking with you. It's going to start growing. Next thing you know, you got a little snowman in your stomach. And you're apologizing for shit that you don't even know what is wrong with it. You got people upset with you, and you're just like, the fuck? All I said was I like blue ice, like blue slushies. What did I say wrong? Well, of course you would, as a fucking cisgendered white man. What? I wanted a slushie. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm so sorry. You know what I mean? Like, fuck. Can't do that shit. Listen, if you feel I don't know. I feel at the end of the day, I'm a big person that's about intention. What was your intention behind the words? What was your intention behind this statement? Are you saying this shit to hurt me? Are you saying this shit to be an asshole? Is this how you really feel? Or are you just joking around? Are we two friends that are cracking jokes? You know what I mean? Or are you just like a funny person? You know what I mean? And you're cracking a joke. The fuck is there? Why is there an apology needed here? I hate that shit. Even stand-up comedians nowadays, I've had to fucking shut off a few stand-up specials now. Because, like, after every couple of jokes, the person's like, you know, and I just want to remind everybody, this is just jokes, guys. This is all just jokes. You don't need to fucking say that. We're at a stand-up comedy thing. Say what you want. Make fun of shit. We don't need the apologies. So, like, I don't think we are too apologetic. I think the people who demand apologies from everybody and whatever has just affected our mentality, because we don't want to be the next one who's accused of being racist, accused of being this or whatever, when we didn't do shit. And if you, like I said, if you're the type of person that fucking, you get pissed off because of like the littlest fucking things, and you try and make this whole dramatic thing, fuck you. Street Fighter, fuck you. Duke, fuck you. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know. At the end of the day, if you're a good person, you're not trying to say shit to hurt people, you're having fun, you're just cracking jokes, be true to who you are as a person. Don't let fucking anyone make you feel like you have to apologize for all your shit now. I probably said things in this episode that someone will be upset about somewhere in the world. I've said shit on this channel, probably within all of these videos. There's a compilation that someone can make and be like, oh, fuck this guy. I'm not apologizing for shit. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not saying anything to hurt anyone, you're not saying anything to be a fucking asshole, have fun. Because as soon as you start trying to cater to everybody else and fucking whatever, everything about you changes. You start getting nervous to say certain things. And you just gotta say shit. Life's too short. Oh, excuse me. Loyalist City Photos. Favorite Star Wars movie and why? Oh, good topic. Good topic. Okay. Damn. Well, I'd obviously have to go with episode 1 because of Jar Jar Binks. Just kidding. Fuck, it's for me, I know a lot of people, their go-to right away is Empire Strikes Back. And I get it, you know, that's where, you know, the fucking plot twist happens. The universe is tilted on its head sideways. We're left with a cliffhanger with Han Solo. There's a lot of different things that play with that movie, you know, with the Dagobah system and everything. Like, it's just, I get it. I get why that could be a lot of people's favorites. Honestly, I'd have to go with Return of the Jedi or A New Hope. Return of the Jedi, because we see Luke Skywalker make his return. We see the Jedi do still exist, you know, it's kind of like this thing where it's like there are still good people in the universe, and we even see flashes of that with Vader, you know what I mean? Like, it's, for me, like, Return of the Jedi that's mine, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know, I love that. It just changed a lot of different things. For me, it's one of those things where it's like, we have this hero who's finally standing up to this power that nobody thinks he can really, like, take on in a way. And there's a lot of emotional fucking, like, things going on with that. Like, that's your father, and you're, like, you know there's still good in him, but if there's not, you're willing to do what you have to stop. Like, it's so good. So good. A New Hope, for me, is also fucking really, really awesome, because one, that's where our story, like, really first started, and, like, as far as, like, release wise, and we have so many, like, iconic things in that. Honestly, for me, one of the, like, the scene with Vader and Obi-Wan before, like, their duel starts, kind of thing, when their lightsabers just cross at the top there. Like, I have the 2 figures I have on my shelf of Vader and Obi-Wan from A New Hope. I have doing that pose from the scene. Like, we learned about lightsabers. Fucking, you know, who shot first, Han or Greedo? God damn it, folks. Like, I don't know. A New Hope is, like, that's where the roller coaster started, you know? Fuck. I feel like I don't know, if I had gun to my head, if I had to pick one, I'm going Return of the Jedi by, like, a slight edge above A New Hope. That's mine. This has been Life Lessons with Juvy. I've been your host, JuvyThaKid. Hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, at JuvyThaKid. All my quiet kids, freaks, and weirdos, for the love of everybody, keep being weird.